YouTube! What's up? Lucas here, Fantasy Football Perspective, bringing you another video. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, please drop a subscription. It's free, helps the channel grow. Today we got a special one for you. I know those fantasy football drafts are either this last weekend or the next 2 weekends. Either way, it's crunch time. It's time to drop some bombs on you guys to help you win that league. Get you guys in that money. Today, we're going to discuss 2 wide receivers that I think are getting drafted way too low. I love their current situation for fantasy football. And yeah, I think they're steals. And then I'm also going to give you 2 wide receivers that I think are getting drafted too high in fantasy football drafts. Now, these two wide receivers getting drafted too high are hell of players. I just don't really like their situation. I'll get into why. If you haven't dropped a subscription, please subscribe. I appreciate it. Hit that intro. YouTube! All right, let's dig in. 2 wide receivers that I think are getting drafted too late in fantasy drafts, and 2 wide receivers I think are getting drafted too early in fantasy drafts. We're going to start off with Corey Davis, current ADP 129th, 12-man leagues. This dude's going in the 10th round. You're pretty much getting him for free. I absolutely love Corey Davis' situation. He got the contract. He goes to the New York Jets, where they really don't have any other big-time weapons. They brought in Elijah Moore as a rookie. Rookie receivers are kind of hit and miss, especially in the early season. They drafted Denzel Mims last year, who, from all the reports that I've been reading, might not even make the team. And then they go out and re-sign or restructure Jamison Crowder as a slot guy. Really not going to take away from Corey Davis because Corey Davis plays on the outside. So you start diving through the situation, and it very well could be the Corey Davis show when it comes to receivers. Not to mention, on the Jets probably aren't going to be very good. They're going to be playing from behind a lot, which means a lot of garbage time points for Corey Davis. And you're getting him at 129, the end of the 10th round. Let's look at some stats. Last year he ended as PPR number ranked 30. He had 92 targets, 65 receptions, almost 1,000 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He does get a lot of yards per catch. He's up there 15 yards per catch. That's pretty dang good, honestly. Corey Davis's situation is not going to be better than it is right now. These are the type of wide receivers that you want to target, these late round sleepers. The receivers that have a pretty good likelihood of being wide receiver ones on their own team. You can say what you want about Zach Wilson, but the dude has a cannon, and they did not bring him in there to hand the ball off to Tevin Coleman and rookie Michael Carter. They want to be an established throwing team. Corey Davis again has the contract to be their wide receiver 1. He doesn't have that much talent he has to compete with, and they have a new offensive coordinator and coach that will try to establish, a very high potent passing game in the Jets. Corey Davis is a steal. All right, moving on to wide receiver number 2. We got Marvin Jones Jr. I'm getting higher and higher on Marvin Jones. He goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, new coach Urban Meyer. Listen, he does have competition opposed to Corey Davis, but you're getting him essentially free. 137th ADP. I mean, that's 12th, 13th round type stuff. With that being said, I'm starting to like him more and more. A, he's looked really good in the preseason. It looks like he has a good connection with Trevor Lawrence. But B, Chark is hurt, has the finger thing. He's kind of missing out that camp, missing out on that chemistry building with Trevor Lawrence. I think it's essential for these rookie QBs and new QBs in general to build chemistry with the wide receiver core. while TJ Chark's resting, getting his finger right, Marvin Jones is out there building that repertoire, building that chemistry with Trevor Lawrence. It just pumps me up. Marvin Jones is a heck of a player. He's been underrated for years. Late round grab. Let's see what his numbers looked like. So last year, he ended up the 18th ranked PPR wide receiver. 18th. Wide receiver 2 in 12-man leagues. And you're getting him for free. You could argue that he's in a better situation this year than he was last year. Yes, Detroit had Matthew Stafford, but Matthew Stafford missed some games last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't even remember who their backup was throwing the ball. But he did really well even with Stafford out of the game. I mean, he has these blow-up weeks. 38, 27, 25. Granted, he did have Kenny Golladay on the team that was hurt last year, so all the targets were funneling to him and Hawkinson. But you're getting a guy in the 13th round that even the last game of the season has the ability to put up 40 fantasy points. Sign me up. Another thing is I know Urban Meyer's offense because I'm an Ohio State fan, so I watched it for a while. If it translates to the pros, Urban loves having a deep threat. No one really fits that mold on that team besides DJ Chark. So I see DJ Chark taking over more of a deep threat role. I see Laviska Shenault playing more of a Paris Campbell / Curtis Samuel role. Handoffs at the line of scrimmage. Short, intermediate passes. Just getting the ball to him in space. Not really even running long, elaborate routes. And then I see Marvin Jones kind of doing that all. The long routes, the short routes, being that do-it-all receiver, which Marvin Jones in that role is going to excel. I think that when Urban puts a receiver in that role in his offense, it usually means that he believes they're the wide receiver 1 on the team. You're getting a wide receiver 1 on a potentially high potent passing team in the 13th round. That's insane. That is a steal. Mr. Consistency himself, obviously not a sexy pick, but the upside's there, the situation's there. Just like the Jets when I was talking about Corey Davis, the Jaguars will probably be playing from behind a lot, so you're going to get all this garbage time snags from Marvin Jones this year. I think 18, again, at least for Marvin Jones, 18th ranked receiver, if not better, and you're getting him for free. All right, so we went over the 2 receivers I like more than consensus. Let's dig into the 2 receivers I like less than consensus. And I want to start no other than CeeDee Lamb. Now, CeeDee Lamb is a monster. Great potential, and Dynasty, give me all the shares of CeeDee Lamb. But for redraft 21-22 season, are people forgetting that Amari Cooper, is there? Amari Cooper is a target hog with Dak Prescott. They have that chemistry. I mean, Dak looks for Amari Cooper almost every play. Could it change? Yes. But there's so many more safer options that where CeeDee Lamb's getting taken. He's getting taken in the late 3rd, early 4th round at 38. And the problem with that is we don't even know if he's going to be the wide receiver 1 on his own team. Is there potential? Sure. But like I said, in the first 4 or 5 rounds, I'm not shooting for upside like CeeDee Lamb. He's an upside pick. I want safe the first 3-4 rounds. I want safe picks, wide receiver 1s on their own team, running back 1s on their own team. That consistent 15 to 20 point games. And I don't think CeeDee Lamb provides that. I think he's more of I'm going to go out and get you 35 one week, and then the next week I'm going to go out and give you 8. In best ball, maybe I'm taking a shot at him. Obviously, I want all the shares in Dynasty, but for redraft, I just don't see with this current situation why he's getting drafted so high and even over his teammate Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is a dog. So we break it in. He had a good season last year. He ended up 22nd PPR. Great season. I know Dak wasn't healthy, but it's already been known that Dallas wants to get more back to their run game. They said Dak Prescott even said, if I throw for 6,000 yards this year, then our offense did not do something right. That means they're playing from behind, and there's just no balance with that attack. So I think they're going to run the ball. I think their offense is going to center around Zeke Elliott this year again, which it should. They're going to slow the game way down, and their defense should be better, so they're not going to have these big, long leads that they're trying to overtake playing from behind all the time. So I just think the passing overall volume is going to be low for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if CeeDee Lamb falls to you in the end of the 4th, 5th round, I can see it, but not the end of the 3rd, early 4th. I think there's better options around that area. All right, moving on. Last but not least, we got Mr. Julio Jones himself. I mean, he's probably top 3 receiver I've got to watch play in my entire life. He's fast. He's explosive. I mean, he's big, 6'3", 220. It's a big dude. Getting drafted 40th overall in ADP. 2 picks behind CeeDee Lamb. Let's dig into the numbers a little bit. Last year ended up 51. Mr. Consistency through the better half of his career. Problem with Julio is, A, new team, going to the Tennessee Titans. Usually running or receivers don't really blossom in their first year with a new team. I know I just spent a little bit of time harping that Corey Davis is a steal and he's on a new team. But the kind of difference between those two are Corey Davis is going into a situation with a rookie QB who's kind of new to everything overall. Julio's joining an already established offense who Ryan Tannehill has an established connection with other receivers on the team. So he has A.J. Brown connection. He's threw the ball to Ferkser. He's threw the ball to their backup, their pass-catching running back. Julio's inserting himself into that, whereas the New York Jets are kind of starting from scratch. So it's a little bit different situation. Julio's a monster if he's healthy, but can he stay healthy at this point? He's getting up there in age. That toe or foot, whatever, it seems like foot and toe always bothers him each year, and he misses, 5-6 games every single year. His numbers have been great when he's healthy. There's no arguing that. 3rd, 4th, 7th, 6th, 2, 6. That is the epitome of what a wide receiver 1 in fantasy football looks like. I'm just scared we're going to start seeing more of this 2020 Julio Jones compared to this 2019 to 2014 Julio Jones. Again, hell of a player. I love him as a player. But as far as safe pick in our safe spot of the draft, we're not shooting for upside here. We're shooting for safe. I'm just not reaching that point. There's better options at that point. That is going to wrap up the video. Again, if I said anything during this video that you think is going to help you win your championship, or you learned something during this video, hit that like button. Share my video. I appreciate it. This channel is growing pretty fast, but I'd love, it's a quest for 1,000 subscribers. I'm not going to lie. I want to get to that magic number, 1,000. I'm pumping out content. Hopefully, I'm helping you win your leagues this year, and you guys actually see my videos help you win your leagues. That's the goal. Thank you guys sincerely for all your support so far. I want to keep growing this channel. I hope you all have a blessed week. I don't know exactly what day this is going to get released. I am filming on Sunday, so probably either Monday or Tuesday. Have a great day. Peace.